Hello. Today we're going to go over the ability using Enterprise Alert and your third-party software to dynamically assign alerts to teams and or users with using just one alert policy. So we've noticed during the course of helping the users set up their alert policies or going through assessments with users that a lot of times people have the same exact alert policy where the only thing different is the destination. So here you'll see that we have two ServiceNow alert policies, and one of them has the destination of applications team, and the other has the destination of EA ServiceNow AG team. And the only thing different about these two is the destinations. If I was to open up the ServiceNow team and go under the conditions, you'll see that I only have two conditions, what the urgency is and is it new. And under the message, you'll see that I have the message typed out, complete with parameters coming from the ServiceNow system. Now, if I go back and look at the ServiceNow EA group, you'll notice that my conditions are the exact same, urgency and is new. And my message is also set to a little bit of text with the parameters coming from ServiceNow input into the Enterprise Alert. So what we can do now is, instead of using these multiple alert policies, we can reduce this down to just one alert policy if under the alerting tab, we, instead of choosing a destination of a team, we use a destination for an event parameter. Now, this event parameter can be any parameter that best fits the needs for your team. What it does need to have is, if it's going to be assigning directly to a user, whatever the incoming parameter is has to exactly match the user's name, not the user ID, but the user name. So for my case, my username would be Robert Space Hardcastle. So the incoming event parameter has to exactly match that name. Now, if you're wishing to assign to a group, the same thing has occurred. Whatever the incoming parameter is has to exactly match whatever the team name inside of Enterprise Alert is. And this can be done with any third-party software as long as there is a parameter incoming from the third-party system to the Enterprise Alert system. For our groups today, we're going to go ahead and choose the assignment group name, and we're going to use this to directly correlate to a team. So if I choose this assignment group, and then I'm going to go ahead and delete out the existing team, because we no longer need that, and save this alert, I can then go back and disable this ServiceNow alert and just keep the ServiceNow EA group alert. Now we only have one that's enabled, and this assignment group is the destination. So if I go into my ServiceNow ticket and create a new incident, you'll see that we have this assignment group here. And once again, the assignment group is just what I'm using for our purposes, but this can be set to any parameter that comes from your third-party incident into the Enterprise Alert system. So I'm going to go ahead and choose the assignment group for whichever team I would like to send this over to. And you'll see that my assignment group is mandatory, so it is something the users have to choose when they're creating the ticket. So you'll see right off the bat that my applications team is in here. And if I do a search for EA ServiceNow, you'll see that that team is in here also. Now let's go ahead and choose the applications team and go ahead and fill out the rest of my information for my ticket. So just choose a user for the caller and put in a short description. And you'll notice that I have nobody assigned here. I just chose whatever my assignment group is, and my state is set to new. So I'm going to go ahead and submit that ticket. And if I go back into it, you'll see that it still has a state of new with no user being assigned to it. Now if I go back into my Enterprise Alert and open up my Alert Center, you'll see here I have a new ticket that comes through. In addition, you'll see that my destination is the applications team, even though if I go back into my alert policies, I disabled this applications team alert policy, and I'm just using this one with a dynamic team assignment. So that means this incoming event kicked off the ServiceNow EA group policy, and it used this dynamic parameter to set the assigned group. So if I go back into my ticket, you'll see that it's sent to my user because my user is the first user for that team, and it's using the find and follow option, so it's sent to my push notification first. So if I go into my app and into the push notification, I can go ahead and acknowledge that ticket, and you'll see that it sets it to acknowledged. and puts my name as the acknowledged by and when it was acknowledged. Now if I go back inside of my ServiceNow ticket, you'll see that I now have a state of in progress and an assigned to field of my user. So this is going to enable two-way communication. Your ticket inside of Enterprise Alert can talk back to your ServiceNow system or whichever third-party system you're using, as long as you have it set up for two-way communication. And this allows you to, with one click inside of just the one Enterprise Alert system, you're updating both the Enterprise Alert ticket and the ServiceNow incident. Now, if my user were to go back into the Enterprise Alert system and close this ticket, you'll now see that we have a closed status for the Enterprise Alert ticket. And then if I go back inside of my ServiceNow incident, you'll see that my state is now resolved, and it stays under the Robert Hardcastle user because he's the user that went ahead and closed the ticket. Now let's send out a second ServiceNow incident, but this time we're going to change the assignment group to the EA. So let me go ahead and create a new incident, and we're going to send this one to the EA ServiceNow AG assignment group and fill out the rest of the ticket and submit that. Now if I go back to my Enterprise Alert system, we'll see that we have a new alert that was created, and if I open up this alert, you'll see now that my destination is the EA ServiceNow AG group, and this is using the same alert policy. If I go check out my incoming events, we'll see that this incoming event used the same exact policy as the last event and went to a separate group. So this shows that our alert policy is now using this parameter to assign the group via the incoming assignment group parameter from ServiceNow. So this allows you to turn two different ServiceNow alert policies into just one ServiceNow alert policy. That cuts down on the overhead. So this helps speed everything up because your Enterprise Alert system now has less policies to evaluate on incoming events. And this is how we can have Enterprise Alert and third-party software use the parameters inside of alert policies to dynamically assign the best fit of a team and or a user inside of the alert. Thank you and have a nice day. Goodbye.